Interviews on crypto, blockchain, with your host, Blockchain Wayne, on FTC.
Hey, welcome and thanks for watching. Today I'm joined by the Chief Experience Officer of Gilded, Miss Raina Casbon Kelts. Now, Raina, thanks for joining us today, so we can discuss, your history and intro into crypto, and also what Gilded's doing. So, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. So, I want to jump right into it. We're going to get to finding out about Gilded, but tell me about your experience, your history in the space. How did you end up working in the crypto space?
Well, in 2016 is when I first dove into crypto, and we started going to meetups wherever we could find them, right? You're always excited to see a meetup about Bitcoin and crypto. And we started going to the New Orleans Ethereum meetup, and I met my co-founders there. None of us were traders. We were all just terrible traders. So, but what we did know is that crypto would make a difference for business solutions. It could automate and just take business solutions to the next level. And so that's when we all came together and formed Gilded. And that was in late 2017 into early 2018.
Nice. So tell me, how'd you personally get into crypto personally? Tell me that story.
Well, I was singing karaoke with my girlfriends, and I met someone there at the bar, and he gave me $5 of Bitcoin on our first date. That was in 2016, and so I spent some time trying to prove to him that there was no new money. And then I came across Andreas Antonopoulos, and that was the beginning of just my very quick tumble down the rabbit hole.
Gotcha. Yeah. Now that $5 today is probably worth a good bit more than what it was in 2016. Am I right?
It sure is.
Absolutely.
It sure is. And I can look that transaction up anytime I want. So if I forget the date, then I don't have to worry about it. I can find my anniversary date on the blockchain.
There you go. The Jason as well. He can find that out as well.
He sure can.
All right, so let's jump into Gilded. Now, you and I have met several years ago when Gilded was just getting started. So kind of tell me, you told me the beginning of Gilded. What is Gilded's business model in the crypto space?
So Gilded is rethinking, reimagining business payments. We've taken the business processes that they have today, invoicing, bookkeeping, and accounting, and we've made a solution that will enable you to use crypto right alongside of what you're currently using today, and offer that to your customers. So if a customer doesn't know or normally pays you with credit card or a wire transfer, now you can offer them crypto, credit card, and wire transfer all on one invoice. We back in late 2019, we were added to the QuickBooks App Store. So we have an application that enables you to sync crypto transactions to QuickBooks Online too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, business processes. Crypto doesn't easily fit into any business process. So that's what we're doing, is we're trying to make it easier, because businesses that accept and use crypto today, it's hard. Again, because it doesn't fit nicely and neatly into anything. So we are creating those solutions to help you incorporate crypto into your normal business processes.
Nice. And I've tested it out. I've sent some invoices. I've even sent an invoice for your significant other to pay me for a hat as well. So yeah, it's definitely an easy, seamless process. How are things going with the adoption, getting businesses and people to catch on to that?
So things have picked up since COVID. People are realizing that having your finance department in a business, so you have your finance team in a business, and having them separate, it makes things a little more challenging, right? And then especially if you are already managing multiple spreadsheets, now when you were in an office together, that was was challenging, but it wasn't impossible. Now, being spread out, it's much more difficult. And so we have seen an uptick in that. Plus, we've added some great new functionality lately, and we're adding more. So our customers come to us with things they need. I mentioned this before. Right now, the Decentraland, they're having a contest where developers are designing games. Well, their designers have to send an invoice to Decentraland every month or every week maybe. And so we added the mana token to our invoicing solution for the Decentraland game developers. And we're also doing something similar for Engine Coin. So we added the Engine Coin also to our invoices. So you can send an invoice priced in your fiat currency of choice, and you can send or receive Engine tokens just using the Gilded invoicing solution.
Oh, that's nice. That's two great platforms that I really love. I've played around with both. I've explored Decentraland. I've built NFTs on Engine's platform already. Exciting to see what they're going to do in the gaming space. But I really think that is an entry point where many people are going to be introduced to crypto. Well, they may come for the gaming. They may come for the virtual reality world, like in Decentraland, and learn about crypto. I even lost a little bit of money on the craps table in one of the casinos in Decentraland.
Oh, really? I haven't done that yet. That's so. I know that you're actually one of the first people that I talked to about NFTs. It was at a meeting in the city, and I find them fascinating. I don't, I don't play a lot of games, so. But I want to go into Decentraland and check it out. I don't have VR glasses. Yeah, I need to get some of those too. I think
you don't need it actually. You can just do it on a computer. Go to their platform. The only thing you need to attach is a MetaMask wallet. That way, if you need to, one is to sign the signature to get in, like for your identity, and then also, like me, did a little bit of gambling in there. So I'm not a big gambler, but I was like, hey, I found a casino in there. I found a craps table. I was doing pretty good, but it was just a little bit of play mana, so I lost it. There's also a way to test it out without risking anything too.
Hey, that might be a way to get my dad into crypto, because he can't go to the casino as much anymore. I could show him a virtual casino he might play in the in Decentraland. That would be great.
Yeah. I love what Gilded's doing, because it's kind of similar, because you're trying to meet people where they are and introduce them to crypto in a way that's not overwhelming, right? So I'm sure the invoicing platform, from what I've seen, is very familiar to people. So if you're used to sending invoices, you can do that through Gilded, right? If you're used to exploring a virtual world like on Minecraft, well, Decentraland's a cool alternative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, so the reason that I guess the deciding factor for me to join the Gilded team was when I tried the invoicing solution, and this was brand new. It was our first beta. When I went in and used it, it was the easiest thing that I'd ever used in crypto to date. And that was kind of that was my motivation really. At that point, I was like, okay, so I get this, and this is something that I want to be a part of, because business solutions, that was my background anyway. Yeah. I love everything about it. We're doing some fun stuff over here, and some you were talking about, just making it feel, making it easy, making it intuitive, and those are some things that lots of apps are trying to do now. MetaMask is much easier today than it was, 2 years ago.
Tell me about it. Yeah.
And that's our goal, is just to make using crypto easier. And we just chose the business market: freelancers, small business, small and medium-sized businesses, and accountants. So we spend a lot of our time educating accounting professionals.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah.
So We've talked offline prior. There's some exciting things going on at Gilded as well. Two things I want to touch on. First one, is it maybe, I guess, recurring invoices that coming up soon? Because that's always been a struggle when it comes to crypto for subscription type services. So tell us what Gilded is doing around that.
That is exactly it. Thanks. So recurring invoices. Let's say you owe me $5,000. So you're not going to pay that all at once. We're going to pay that a little bit over time, right? So instead of me having to contact you or you having to contact me to get to get a key every month or what have you, or whenever you pay, I can create an invoice in Gilded for, let's say, $500 and send that invoice, schedule it to be sent out to you 10 times. Set it one time, set it and forget it. So you can actually schedule an invoice to go out on the same time every day, every week, or every month for the same amount. And it's not subscription, but you do get notified as soon as the payment is made against the invoice. And it's a way to automate a process, that manual creation process of the invoice. Now you only have to do it one time. So if you have someone that you charge for subscription payments and they want to pay with crypto, this will make it much easier.
Nice. And for those that are watching that maybe may not understand why that could be a challenge in crypto, credit cards are used a lot for subscriptions. But a credit card transaction is a pull. They're literally pulling it from you, whereas crypto, you have to initiate, the sender has to initiate the push. So, a business can't go in and pull that crypto each month if they want to use that for a subscription or a recurring payment like that, where it's like a payment plan or something. So that's really a great tool, because that's been a challenge for crypto. Now, it's a good thing that crypto is a push transaction, right? Nobody
it's a good thing
without your approval, because I'm sure all of us or most of us have experienced that one time or another where something was pulled out of our account that shouldn't have and was fraudulent.
Absolutely, me included.
Yeah.
There are some pluses and minuses to it. So the thing about the subscription economy is the last 10 years, as the internet has gotten better and better and better, and more people have moved onto the internet, the subscription economy it's a way for businesses to project revenue, right? Mm-hmm. MRR, ARR. And crypto breaks that. This recurring invoice solution is the first step towards subscription payments, though. And that's going to be enabled actually through a partnership that we just signed with the Trust Swap Protocol, Swap Token. Jeff Kradikis, I know you know him as well. Yeah. And this would be, so how do I explain that? We have solved in concept the subscription issue. And I'll say that, that in 2021, Gilded will enable subscription payments with the Trust Swap protocol for crypto.
Nice. So you're saying right now could do recurring invoices, and by next year, the plan is to enable subscription services.
Yes.
That's exciting. Nice.
I know. It's there's so much you can do with this technology, and what we're doing is we're moving toward what our customers are asking for, and recurring payments, recurring invoices, bill pay, and things of that. Those are on there first. We added an accounts payable solution, expense tracking. So those are the things that our that our users and customers have asked for, and that's what we're working on today.
Nice. Okay, so I've also seen a graphic this week with the DeFi ecosystem, and within that ecosystem, I noticed Gilded was added to that. Now, DeFi, decentralized finance. For those of you who are watching that may not know fully what that is, it's a broad term used to generalize a lot of financial services that typically were used to being handled by central institutions that are being handled through decentralized platforms and protocols. It's good. It's exciting. It's also scary because I did a video just the other day about some of the issues with bugs and smart contracts or centralized liquidity of pools. So there's a lot to be leery of, but it's very exciting. Just like I compare it, it's not identical, but the mindset of the ICO craze of 2017, right? There was a lot of, anybody could launch an ICO. There was a lot of junk projects out there, but what's emerged has been some good technology, in the midst of all the thousands of projects that were just junk, right? And I think the same thing is going to happen with DeFi. So what's Gilded's place? I know you're not a DeFi platform, but what is Gilded's role and in that space that they're looking to fill?
So for those of you who are bankless, Gilded, everything that we've talked about here today, described here today, is non-custodial. Every solution that we have, we don't touch any customer's money. So it is a truly not so much decentralized solution, but it enables decentralized players to transact value and still have the information that they need for tax time and their accountant.
Right. So it keeps it true peer-to-peer. There's no middleman like Visa is in there and banks, sucking out fees. It's a true peer-to-peer process still.
Gilded does not charge transaction fees. The only thing that you pay is the blockchain fee. Sometimes it's higher than others, but that is not charged to you from Gilded. We work on a strictly a subscription model. So we have a few different tiers. Gilded is free for freelancers. So anyone sending $5,000 in payments or less per month, Gilded is free and will stay free. For the small and medium-sized businesses, we offer two different subscription models. One is for the premium user, which is someone who has up to $25,000 a month in payments and wants to use QuickBooks, wants to sync their transactions to QuickBooks, and that's $50 a month. And then we just recently added, which recurring invoices will be part of our pro solution, and that's $199 a month for businesses.
Okay. So tell us, how can, we talked about a lot, but how can people find Gilded and get more info on the offerings and the services if they want to dig deeper?
Well, you can always reach out to me. I love to do a demo. I'd love to show you what's going on. Get a group of people together. I'll do a demo for a whole group. We are at gilded.finance. That's GILDED.finance. You can also find me. I'm Raina_crypto on Twitter.
Nice.
And we are at Gilded Finance on Twitter.
Nice. And isn't it true also on the Gilded website, gilded.finance, that little chat pop-up, that's you?
That's me.
All right.
I am there. If you're on the other side of the world and you send a message at 4 a.m., then I won't get it for a couple of hours, but I that is me. I answer it. It's on my phone. I know it's its own special noise, so I know when that bot goes off, and I'm here to answer your questions. And if I'm not available, there's people on the team that handle those as well. But it's normally me.
Nice. So you have a challenge for everybody out there? Anything you'd like them to do? Test out the platform?
All right. So I will give the same challenge that I gave to your listeners last time. Right? Sign up for Gilded. Send me an invoice to Raina at gilded.finance. We'll put that in the comments. And I will send you up to $5 in crypto. So you can send the invoice for USDC, Bitcoin, or ETH, and I will pay that invoice.
Nice. All for the cost of free, right?
All for the cost of free.
All right. So some other things. So what is you mentioned earlier the process, you added Mana to the platform. Is there a process, if say maybe there's a crypto that a lot of people would like to see within, offered through Gilded invoicing, what should they do if they want to get that added to Gilded?
So for certain blockchains, this would be a much more custom solution, and we're working on some of those today. But for any ERC20 token, you can reach out to us, and any paid Gilded user, premium or pro, we will add that ERC. We'll add ERC20 tokens to our invoices for you. So if there's something, especially if you're using it for payment, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. Like I said, we recently added the engine and Mana, and ERC20 tokens are super simple. But yes, so we'll do that for paid users.
Nice. Now, what are you seeing? I'm just curious. This is out of curiosity because, of course, our show is sponsored by Stablecoin company. What do you have a rough idea of a mix of how many transactions coming through our Stablecoins versus regular crypto?
So what we found is that not everyone uses Stablecoins yet. It's relatively new. Still almost 60%, I believe, of our payments going through Gilded or Bitcoin.
Okay.
Ethereum is next, and then Stablecoins are slowly gaining space on our invoices. We have a lot of international customers, so and that's why a lot of it is Bitcoin.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think at some point people are going to, or as you bring in more businesses, because I know some businesses that may operate on razor thin margins, they don't want to take a chance of an asset losing 6 to 7% in a day versus not. So that's just a curiosity of mine. I always like to keep up, and I'm sure I'll probably ask you again in the future just to see how that makes. I think at some point we're going to see somewhat of a shift in that, at least for the processing point. I'm sure on end to end they may be converting it back to a certain crypto or cashing it out. But I think stable coins are going to see a rise in use with businesses. That's going to help drive adoption.
Right, because right now most of our customers are in the crypto industry.
Mm-hmm.
But as we bring in new customers, especially through our accounting partners, as we bring in new customers, they are asking specifically about stable coins.
Yeah.
And I think that will, as new people come into the industry, and that's what we're all betting on. That's why we're here, right? As new businesses come in, the stable tokens will make more sense to them. But to us, the companies that use us today and the OGs of crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum are still your top two choices.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'll definitely take, I'd take Bitcoin over that any day, but I'm just thinking in terms of other businesses for sure. Absolutely.
Well, you can send me any token you want, and I'll just convert it to Bitcoin myself. I'm okay with that.
I'll take Mana and Engine now too. I like those two as well, because they have a use case. They have something that's being put into use versus a lot of them right now are just kind of a speculation on what could happen. There's some great projects I love that are in that field, in that space.
No, that's fair. I mean, I love. I mean, they have tokens out there that I love. I don't just have Bitcoin for sure. Every now and then I see something, and it's just a really great use case. I own some Mana tokens. Also, Link. You're the one who got me in Link because of that thread in CCT. We were talking about and of course Tesos is one of my favorite projects, bar none. So I see exciting things happening everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be a lot of great adoption, and it's actually, I mean, you're a Andreas Antonopoulos fan. I am as well. One of the things he talks about, it's not a zero-sum game. Just because you have a favorite project doesn't mean that only one can win. There's a whole host of them that can win, and there's going to be, there's going to be thousands and hundreds of thousands at some point, different cryptos, but there's going to be a select few that are going to get adoption and traction. And that's where we're going to really see things take off. So it's definitely not a zero-sum game. Just because your crypto may be your favorite crypto and my favorite crypto may be different doesn't mean that one has to lose for the other to win, basically.
No, right. That is exactly true. And you don't buy you don't put all your money in one stock. Why would you put all your money in one coin?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I tell people all the time, they're going to be used for different things. It's going to knock down borders, but there's still going to be sectors of industry. The same crypto that I'm going to walk in the store one day and buy a candy bar is not going to be the same crypto that I'm going to send to you to purchase a piece of real estate. Right. It's going to be different.
It will be different. And I hope one day the wallet will make that decision for me.
Yeah.
Right. When I go to pay for something, it chooses the token that best suits that purchase. I think that would be super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, that's, we're going to continue to see that happen and develop over time. So it's an exciting stage to be in, because we're going to see so much. People think, Bitcoin's been around, 11 years, but wait until you see, where we are at the 15 and 20 year mark. It's going to be exciting to see what's out there, what's been put out. Let's face it, some of the things the governments are doing are accelerating that by their own demise.
Right. I think that will push more people into crypto, in my opinion, because you can own your own.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And, to be honest with you, I've seen it. A lot more people have been reaching out since this whole pandemic has started. And I don't think it's anything new with hype or expectations. It's more of even your everyday person. Some of the problems I've been talking about with the Fed and with banking, people are starting to see that exposed more and more. And it's not just a conspiracy anymore.
Well, you want to laugh. Actually, a friend of mine called me and she says, Raina, I don't want you to think I'm a conspiracy theorist, because I'm not really, but I don't really like what government has been doing with our money lately, like printing all this money. I think it's kind of scary. And you talk about the Bitcoin thing. And I'd really like to learn more about that. She's not following the hype. She's literally scared that her money is not going to be worth anything. So she's searching for alternatives for it. And, she's the opposite of the hype. It's the fear factor. And I see that more and more.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be a tipping point at some point, and we see it happen with adoption. When Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone, the smartphone, I was making fun of it. Who's going to want to use that, right? And then you started to see more people use it and get adopted. And then you had the people that had the fear of missing out. They just rushed into it. So there's different phases that are going to happen in any technology. So it's exciting to see that happen.
People like me who waited for the Droid to come out. I was not getting an iPhone. I still don't have an iProduct. and I'm proud of that. You use open source. You use open source money, but you use a centralized phone. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Android's open source.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I have that. I have
that conversation.
I know. I have it. Well, look, I work with software developers that use, iPads and iPhones. And so I give them a hard time too. It's kind of fun.
There you go. All right. So, Raina, I want to thank you for joining us today. This has been great talking crypto with you. Every time we get together, it's great talking and chatting about crypto. Make sure to look up their platform at gilded.finance and send her an invoice. Like she said, $10 or less, and she will pay it. So pick their crypto, or is it Bitcoin?
Bitcoin, ETH, or USDC.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So any final words, Raina?
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. It was great talking to you. I really enjoyed this, and I think this show is going to be great. I'm excited to see some more episodes.
Absolutely. This is episode 2. We've got a long way to go. This is going to be a staple where we're putting out, a few episodes a month. So
cool.
Be exciting to catch up again when the future of the subscription payments comes out and see kind of where things are going. So maybe put that on the calendar. We'll definitely chat on here again in the near future.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Thanks, Wayne.
All right. Thanks, Raina. And everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Have a good one.